When you think of a Lamborghini owner, it might be assumed that they are the CEO of a company or maybe a businessman. There is, however, a person who many wouldn't consider for this role that might shock you. James Lucas Condon, more commonly known as TheStradman on YouTube, owns not only multiple Lamborghinis, but a variety of other high-end luxury cars as well. He isn't a businessman. He doesn't run a company. His job is something not even a college could teach. Hello, and welcome to the luxury car culture. In this video, we will discuss about how the Stradman becomes successful. The Stradman, whose name is a reference to the Ferrari F430 Stradale, makes you 2 videos about cars. A truly unique job, which some might call a joke, allows James to afford cars people stare at in awe on the street. But it wasn't always that way of the celebrity YouTuber. In fact, he used to be much worse off than most people. But through his truly inspiring story, he found success in his love of cars. Early love for cars. Since his childhood, James loved cars. Also, his father and brothers were car enthusiasts. While in his 2nd grade, James saw his teacher's Jaguar E-Type and a McLaren F1 and developed an interest for exotic cars. At 14, James' favorite car was the Ferrari Challenge Stradale. During that time, he was thinking of a username for FerrariChat.com while sitting at his parents' computer, and that's when the name, the Stradman, struck him, and he used this name as his username. Later, James named his YouTube channel as The Stradman. At 15, he decided that he would grow up to own either a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Stock market loss. In September 2008, in his sophomore year of college, James wanted to earn money for buying supercars, so he invested his summer savings in the General Motors. But in the same month, he lost all his money as the stock market crashed. Education and career. In 2011, James graduated in accounting and finance from Oregon State University. After graduating, he couldn't get a job, so he moved back to his home to live with his parents. Here, James started a business of trading cars, but unfortunately, it didn't click. Later, he moved to Utah in his 2002 Audi TT and leased an apartment for a period of 6 months. Fortunately, after a couple of weeks, James secured a job at the Montage Deer Valley in Park City of Utah, starting his YouTube channel. James was getting paid $17 per hour at Montage Deer Valley, and while working here on 27 July 2012, he started his YouTube channel by the name The Stradman. Prior to starting his YouTube channel, James was a car spotter and was capturing photos of cars. Later, he felt that it would be better for him to shoot videos of the cars, and he started his YouTube channel. After a year of working at his job, James realized that one of his colleagues was getting paid more than him. So, he thought of giving a couple of weeks of notice period, assuming that his boss would plead him not to leave and would raise his salary. But this didn't happen, as his boss allowed James to quit his job. Living in Audi TT. After leaving his job, James decided to move to the Beverly Hills in California to car spot. He was attracted to Beverly Hills because that city had a lot of supercars. James started living in his Audi TT and started filming cars. His routine involved parking his car in a free parking space and then walking up to the Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills and standing there daily for around 12 hours to film the supercars. And in the evenings, James would drive to the McDonald's and park his car there and edit videos, and use McDonald's free Wi-Fi to upload the videos onto his channel. He was cautious enough to switch residential streets while sleeping in his car, because he didn't want to get into trouble by parking his car in the same street every night. Likewise, James lived in his car for 58 days in that time. He showered at a beach in Malibu. Once, while James was living in his Audi TT on Santa Monica Boulevard, it broke down during the nighttime. The fuel pump of his car went off and the Santa Monica Audi quoted $1,200 to replace it. But during that time, he had only $800. James ordered the fuel pump online for $200. He spent a few days learning how to replace the fuel pump online, and he replaced the fuel pump by himself. His 2nd job. James moved to his parents' home and secured a 2nd job as an auditor in a hotel. He started working in the graveyard shift and was paid $14 per hour, and he worked in this job for around 6 months. Meanwhile, James didn't stop working on his YouTube channel. His first viral video. Once, in the Sun Valley Tour de Force event in Idaho, James filmed a few Bugatti Veyrons. A Bugatti Veyron Super Sport hit about 246 miles per hour. He filmed that and uploaded to his YouTube channel. This video was published on 28 July 2014, and this video got featured on the front cover of Yahoo and got viral and got more than 1 million views in a day. James earned around $6,000 with this single video. Later in 2020, he purchased one of those Bugatti Veyrons, which raced in the Sun Valley Tour de Force. Up until July 2014, he had only around 2,500 subscribers on his YouTube channel, but thanks to this viral video, he gained thousands of subscribers. Some of his other videos which were filmed in that week also started becoming viral. After the success, James realized the potential of YouTube. His third job and becoming a full-time YouTuber. In August 2014, James moved back to Utah and secured a job as an entry-level cost accountant in Park City. He was getting paid $45,000 per year, and even while working in this job, he continued working on his YouTube channel. During that time, James decided to buy a Lamborghini Gallardo to further grow his channel, and for this he started saving money by living very frugally. Buying Lamborghini Gallardo. After saving $50,000, James used it as a down payment and purchased a 2006 Lamborghini Gallardo. On 26 October 2015, he published a video titled Lamborghini at age 26, What I Do for a Living to Afford a Lamborghini Gallardo. This video became very viral and James earned $20,000. And that was the time when he decided to become a full-time YouTuber. Becoming rich. James earns from a variety of sources like AdSense, sponsored content, and merch of his YouTube channel. And with all these sources, he earns more than a couple of $1 million per year. James invests most of his earnings into supercars, and with this, he gets the content for his YouTube channel. He is so rich that he can retire right off, but his love for supercars doesn't allow him to retire. TheStradman Car Collection. TheStradman recently provided a breakdown of his car collection. He owns a variety of supercars, such as 2015 Ferrari 458 Spider, 2003 Lamborghini Murcielago 40th Anniversary Edition, 2020 Ram TRX, 2019 Lamborghini Urus, 2008 Bugatti Veyron, 2012 Lamborghini Aventador, Porsche 911, 2020 Jeep Gladiator Halosaurus, 2021 Polaris RZR, Toyota Supra Turbo, 2017 Nissan GTR, C8 Corvette Panda Wide Body, 1985 Lamborghini Countach Agostini Jr. car, and 2006 Lamborghini Gallardo. That's all for today's video. So, are you inspired by the success story of James? Share with me in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe to the Luxury Car Culture and hit the bell icon for more informative and amazing videos.